must go to the presence of that great soul, Nityananda.
You will, by the name of Krishna, I'll take my commission, and all of our desires will be fulfilled.
Lord Nityananda is greatly merciful. Taking only one's face, he gives the highest ecstasy.
If Nitai sees only one still eye while chanting the name Gola, then he gives all resources to that person.
He gives the pure teachings of Krishna to everyone and does not care for one's birth, wealth, knowledge, and strength.
Now giving up the illusory snare of Maya, either remain in household life or in the forest as a sannyasi, for no more troubles remain.
There is no more fear of the age of Kali. The merciful Nityananda gives the holy name to even the Kandalas.
Chandalas.
Chandalas are like dog eaters.
Yes.
Bhakti Yoga goes out, except for the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, there is no other shelter.
বড় সুখের খবর গাই, বড় সুখের খবর গাই।
बड़ा सुखेर खबर गाय, बड़ा सुखेर खबर गाय।
বড় সুখের খবর গাই, বড় সুখের খবর গাই।
खबर गाय, बड़ा सुखेर खबर गाय।
সুরাভি কুঞ্জেতে নামে হাট খুলেছে,
সুরভি কুঞ্জেতে নামে হাট খুলেছে,
সুরাভি কুঞ্জেতে নামে হাট খুলেছে। ঘোড়া নিতাই, ঘোড়া Shri Radha Parisisvara की Shri Srimad की Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani की Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada की Jai Shri Tagore Premanande. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our daily morning Bhagavatam discussions. And I forgot the shloka. 933 to 944. So 33, 34, the last shlokas of this chapter doesn't have any purport. So I'll just read the translation and we'll recite the first shloka of the next chapter. Tadgacha deva devamsho baladevo mahabala kanyaratnam idam rajan narratnaya dehi bho. O king, leave here and offer your daughter to Lord Baldev, who is still present. He is most powerful. Indeed, he is the supreme personality of Godhead, whose plenary portion is Lord Vishnu. Your daughter is fit to be given to him in charity. So we must be, those who are coming to every day, they must be knowing that there was a great king named Kukumi, and he has a daughter whom he wanted to, he wanted to have a very nice husband for her daughter. So, and he could not find a good husband on planet Earth. So where he went to, it happens when you could not find a husband or a wife or in your surroundings. So you go, you start looking for the options. So he also, for his own daughter, he went to Brahma Loka, and Brahmaji was busy in his music session. He was enjoying some music, Hare Krishna Mahamantra or some devotional music, because our Brahmaji is a devotee. So, and it is a concept called time dilation. If you have seen, any of you seen this movie Interstellar? So you must see. What he has seen, I also seen. So it is a good movie which shows the concept of time dilation. Time dilation means those who are on higher realm, or those who are traveling with the greater speed, for them time slow down. Like suppose if I went to space and I travel with the light of speed, or with the speed of light or greater speed than the planet Earth. So suppose if 20 years has been spent on planet Earth, so those who are equal to me will be 20 years older, but I won't be. Time doesn't affect me that much that it has affected on people on planet Earth, because they are traveling on less speed than me. So Brahmaji, as we all know, Brahmaji has a very great lifespan. Brahmaji is on such a high realm that his 1 second is like our 1 year. Close to that. We have this evidence from Krishna Lila, like when Brahmaji steal the cowherd boys and calves of Krishna. So he just went away for 1 second, and meanwhile the whole year has spent here. Similarly, those who are the demigods, Devi Devtas, they are on the lower realm than Brahmaji, very lower, but above us. So for them, their 1 day is equal to our 6 months. So one may say that, give me a break, what you are talking about, this can't be true. You and your fairy tales, how can this be true? Isn't it Jagannath Prabhu? Can you imagine Brahmaji living for so long? Is it possible? What do you think? Yeah, really? Oh, that's very nice. I had difficulty at digesting these things, but
Time is relative.
sorry.
Time is relative.
Yes, we can see there are so many insects also. Like when it rains, there are some insects who born in the night and die by the morning. Their whole
Yes.
sorry.
For them, for the insect.
Yes. Jai Shri
Our
Radha
own
Krishna
food.
ki jai, Nidhi Krishna. So for them, their whole life, they might have went to their college, get married, have children, raise them, get them married, and everything. And for us, it was just a night, a few hours only, just a matter of time. So similarly, those who are on the higher realm, they are, for them, we are just like a flash in the pan. Our whole life, our whole problems, just a flash in the pan. When we cook at times, when we put butter or ghee, so there is a flash in the pan. That's our whole life in front of these people. So anyhow, so Brahmaji, when Brahmaji came out of his music session, so he met this Prabhu, this King Kukumi, and told him that so late, now your kingdom is also wiped out, and those who are you're looking for are also wiped out. So you better go now and marry your daughter with Lord Baldev, the brother of Krishna. Bhuvo bhuvatara, bhuvo bhura vataraya Bhagwan bhuta bhavana avatino nijam sena punya shavana kirtana. Lord Baldev is Supreme Personality of Godhead. One who hears and chants about him is purified. Because he is always well-wisher of all living entities, he has descended with all his paraphernalia to purify the entire world and lessen its burden. Iti adishto abhivadanyayam nripasva puram agata tyaktam punya jana trasad bharatribhi dishva avasthite. Having received this order from Lord Brahma, Kukumi offered obeisances unto him and returned to his own residence. He then saw that his residence was vacant, having been abandoned by his brothers and other relatives, who were living in all directions because of fear of such higher living beings as the Yakshas. Sutam Datvan Vadan Yagim Balaya Bal Saline Badre Akhyam Gato Raja Taptum Narayana Ashramam. Therefore, the king gave his most beautiful daughter in charity to the supreme powerful Baldev and then retired from worldly life and went to Badrika Ashram to please Narayan. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of 9th canto, 3rd chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Marriage of Sukanya and Chavan Muni. Okay, another chapter, chapter 4 of 9th canto. The name of the chapter is Amrish Maharaj offended by Durvasa Muni. Shri Shuka Uvacha Na Bhago Na Bhaga Patyam Yam Tatam Bharatara Kavim Yavitham Vyabhajan Dayam Brahmacharinam Agatam Shishuka Uvacha Na Bhago Na Bhaga Patyam Yam Tatam Bharatara Kavim Yavishtam Bhajat Yavishtam Vyabhajan Dayam Brahmacharinam Agatam Shishuka Uvacha Na Bhago Na Bhaga Patyam Yam Tatam Bharatara Kavim Yavishtam Vyabhajan Dayam Brahmacharinam Agatam. Kindly recite. Shri Shuka Uvacha
Na Bhago Na Bhaga Patyam
Bhago Na Bhaga Patyam
Yam Tatam Bharatara Kavim
Yam Tatam Bharatara Kavim
Yavistam Vaya Bhajahadayam
Yavishtam Vyabhajan Dayam
Brahmacharinam Agatam.
Shri Shuka Uvacha
Shri Shuka Uvacha
Na Bhago Na Bhaga Patyam
Na Bhago Na Bhaga Patyam
Yam Tatam Bharatara Kavim
Yam Tatam Bharatara Kavim
Yavistam Vyabhajan Dayam Brahmacharinam Agatam
Brahmacharinam Agatam.
Shri Shuka Vacha
Shri Shuka Vacha
Bhagona Bhagapatyam
Na Bhago Na Bhagapatyam
Yam Tatam Bratara Kavim
Yam Tatam Bharatara Kavim
Yavishtam Vyabhajandayam
Yavyastam Vyabhajandayam
Brahmacharina Magatam
I can zoom Mataji.
Shri Shuka Uvacha
Shri Shuka Vacha
Na Bhavo Na Bhagapatyam
Na Bhago Na Bhagapatyam
Yam Tatam Bhakta Kakavim
Yatatam Bharatara Kavim
Yadishtam Yabhajandayam
Yavyastam Vyabhajandayam
Brahmacharinam Agatam
Brahmacharinam Agatam
Thank you. Shri Shuka Vacha
Shri Shuka Vacha
Shri Shukdev Goswami said
Shri Shukadeva Goswami said
Na Bhaga
Naga
Na Bhaga
Naga
Na Bhag
Naga
Na Bhagapatyam
Nabhagapatyam
was the son of Maharaj Nabhag.
was the son of Maharaj
Yam
Yam
unto whom
unto whom
Tatam
Tata
the father
Bharatara
Bharatara the
Bharatara
elder brothers
the elder brothers
Kavim
Kavim
the learned
the learned
Yavishtam
Yavishtam
the youngest
the youngest
Vyabhajan
Vyabhajan
divided
divided
Dayam
Dayam
the property
the property
Brahmacharinam
Brahmacharina
having accepted having accepted the life of a
the life of a
brahmachari
Brahmachari
perpetually Nashtika Agatam
Agatam
returned. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Shilupad ki jai. Shivdev Goswami said, the son of Nabhag, named Nabhag, lived for a long time at the place of his spiritual master. Therefore, his brothers thought that he was not going to become a grasta and would not return. Consequently, without providing a share for him, they divided the property of their father among themselves. When Nabhag returned from the place of his spiritual master, they gave him their father as his share. Perfect. There are two kinds of brahmacharis. One may return home, marry, and become a householder, whereas the others, known as Brihadvrata, take a vow to remain brahmachari perpetually. The Brihadvrata brahmachari does not return from the place of spiritual master. He stays there and later he directly takes sannyas. Because Nabhag did not return from the place of his spiritual master, his brothers thought that he has taken Brihadvrata brahmachari. Therefore, they did not preserve his share, and when he returned, they gave him their father as his share. Hom agyan tamirandasya jnananjana shalakya chakshur unmilitam yena tasmai shri guruve namaha Shri Chaitanya manobhishtam sthapitam yena bhutale swayam rupah kadamiyam dadati swapadantikam vande aham Shri Guru Shri Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagan Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Savdetam Savadutam Parijan Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Dalita Shri Vishakha Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagate Gopesha Gopika Kant Radha Kant Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishyabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Katharu Vesha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Prachadane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshitane. Mukum karoti vachalam, pangum namaite girim, yat kipatana vande shigrum dinatarva. Hare Krishna. So before I proceed, before I start speaking, I would like to beg your mercy so that whatever I will speak, it is for my own personal application and for the pleasure of you all. So here there is an incident mentioned in this chapter that and it was a custom, it was custom in the Vedic times that for taking education the boys has to go to the ashram of a guru, and boys from all type of families, be he a son of a king, be he a son of a brahmana, or be he a son of a wealthy merchant, or a poor person. All of them has to go to the same guru ashram and live under same conditions. It's not that the son of a king will have nice blanket and good mattress and AC fitted in his room. All will live in a same condition, and all of them has to stay in the ashram of guru and work for guru, serve for guru actually. Whatever they, like in today's world, because because the time has changed, so those things are not applicable in today's world. But the idea was same, that because this from 5 to 25, this is the age of learning. You learn more in this age. So the students, the boys were sent to these gurukuls, and the system was not like that whole day they were teaching you physics, chemistry, maths, and all those things. Generally there was only one class in the morning, and rest the whole day they have to serve their guru by different means. Like somebody has to take the cows to the grazing field, somebody has to pick the wood, somebody has to cook, things like that, menial work. And while doing those work, they have to contemplate what they have learned in the morning. Just like, suppose if a boy took cows to the grazing field for the grass. So now do he has to tell the cow that, okay, look, here is the grass, eat this grass? No. He just has to sit there and meditate what he has learned in the morning. Similarly, when they have to go to forest to collect the firewood, so similarly at that time also, what they can do, they can meditate what they have understood in the morning. The whole day they meditate on their the lesson they have learned in the morning. So more emphasis was given on the practicality of the teachings rather than remembering those teachings, just cramming it down. I don't know about in France, but or other part of the world. But in India, it is very famous. Like we just study to cram it before the night of exam, so that you can vomit it out on the paper next day and never to remember it again. Just somehow or the other, a night before, just cram it, just put it in your mind, so that next day you can just answer it, and then never to remember it again. So because of that, because of this kind of education system, those who are gifted in some other fields, they were also measured by this kind of a by their marks, by their numbers in the exams. And like I guess it is Einstein who gave this example, that fishes have different abilities and monkeys have different abilities. Monkeys cannot swim and fishes cannot climb. But if they think that, if a fish think, oh, I cannot climb, I'm stupid, I'm good for nothing. Or monkey thinks like, oh, I cannot swim, I cannot go under the water, I'm stupid, I cannot. So everybody has their own area of expertise. Similarly, these boys were also given different area of expertise by different services, so that they can choose what kind of a varna they want to, what kind of occupation they want to take. And mostly they come out as per their own will, just like here it is mentioned. Then the father is Nabhag, and he has many sons who went to Gurukul, but all of them came earlier, but Nabhag, one of them, stayed there for long. And meanwhile, what the other brothers thought, like that he is going to stay there. So there were mostly at that time also 99.999999% people, they choose to come out of Gurukul and decide to marry. But there are some who do not, who like to stay in the ashram and continue this type of a life. So they are called nesting brahmacharis, those who do not marry for the whole life long. So this was the custom, that before entering into grahastha ashram, because now you are going to engage with opposite gender, money, world, fame, all those things. So you must be self-controlled. Just like a boxer, before going into the gym, what he do? He do practice. He do. Uh, he learn how to block the punches and how to punch hard, and mostly it is boxing mostly like saving yourself, and whenever you get the chance to punch the opponent. So similarly, suppose if somebody doesn't know how to block, how to save himself, and he goes into the ring, I will just beat him. I will just put him into dust. So what will happen to him? Easily, he will get some punches and he will be down. So similarly, before that man has to face the reality or face the world, so to say, he's supposed to he learn the art of restraining, learn the art of self control. So this is the golden word in the whole world. Just to get, if you want to get best result, how to be regulated. Just like when we do cooking, what we can do, we can directly lit the fire on cylinder also, and there will be a big flame. Can we cook in that big flame? No. So that's why there is always a regulator. There is always a knob on the fire to regulate it, to make it full, bigger or smaller. Best result is produced when you cook on small flame, because then it takes time. It takes good time for the food to get cooked. So similarly, a man was supposed to first learn how to restrain himself in the brahmachari ashram, and then he can decide, okay, whether he will want to get married or don't want to get married. So so this was a custom. Now it gets changed because there is no ashrams. There is no guru's ashram, first of all. So where parents will send their children. So now there are schools only. So now the question may arise: what is, if somebody is there in the ashram of a guru and he become a brahmachari? So what is his duties? What he is supposed to do? So there is a shloka mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 12th chapter, that tells us about what is the duty of a person who is in brahmachari ashram. So you can recite it after me. Shri Narad Uvacha Brahmachari Gurukule Vasandanto Gurorhita Acharandasavanicho Guru Sudrid Suhita. Narad Muni said, a student, brahmachari means student, should practice completely controlling his senses. He should be submissive and should have an attitude of firm friendship with spiritual master. With a great vow, the brahmachari should live at the Gurukul only for the benefit of Guru. So the first and foremost is brahmachari Gurukule Vasandanto. That where he should live in the Gurukul, whatever situation he is provided with, whatever kind of living condition he is provided with. He cannot say that I am the son of king, I am the son of a big merchant, I need better facilities. Actually, all these conditions were given to him so that he can become tough. Only you must have heard this saying that when going gets tough, only the tough gets going. So if you have seen the tough times in your life, then you can, the small problem doesn't bother you much. But if you, the whole life, if you have not done any tapasya or if you have not seen the tough time, so whenever a tough time comes or some uncomfortable situation comes, so people get panicked. I'm not criticizing anybody, just to give an example. Because in France, they do not see much hot weather. So as soon as it is 35 degree or little, around in 30s, they feel like, oh my gosh, it's too hot. I'm melting down. But those who was from India or Africa, because they have seen 40, 45, at times 50 also. For them, 35, oh, it's a normal temperature. It's just a little sweat, nothing big. So the idea is, to make them ready for the world that is about to come. So they have to live in the ashram. If somebody is not, and also, bachelor life doesn't mean brahmachari life. Living at your home, living at some other place, and so it is not brahmachari life. An unmarried man doesn't mean he's a brahmachari. Brahmachari means he's living at Guru's ashram. He's completely dependent upon Guru for his all maintenance, whatever, and the Guru will decide whether he will eat today or not. Whatever he will collect, whatever if he is given for begging alms, so whatever he's collected at that day, he has to bring it to Guru, and when Guru will say that okay, now you can eat, so then he can eat. That kind of a self control is expected from the brahmacharis, and along with that there is no independence for the brahmacharis. Brahmachari and independent is a oxymoron statement condition, that actually, the devotion service must be done under the guidance of somebody, some guru, some senior devotee. Especially for the brahmacharis, they cannot just decide, okay, now I'll do this, I'll do that, because this is not the principles of brahmachari life. Brahmachari life means living under the guidance of a guru or a senior devotee. So he must consult with him, take his permission. If the permission is given to him, then he can do what he want to do. So this is brahmachari life. So living in the ashram of Guru for the benefit of Guru, for the pleasure of Guru. So, and this one ashram system, actually this is one ashram system. One ashram, you can say this is a combination of two words, one and ashram. One means your duty, your job, what you will do. You will become a Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. And ashram means whether you will get married or not. As simple as that. So it's a combination of both. Like I don't have a chart here. I don't know how to. But it's one ashram system means you can choose both for yourself. What kind of a job I want to do? Whether I want to become a Shudra, a Shudra, a Kshatriya, Vaishya, or a Brahmana. And you can also decide whether I want to, which ashram I want to. I want to live in the ashram of Guru as brahmachari. Okay, fine. If you don't want, you can get married, start earning money, earn an engage, and then when your age crosses 50, then you should start disengaging yourself. That is Vanprastha. Now you get ready for the retired life, and finally, when you are 75, the autumn of your life, the last stage of your life, then you decide for sannyas. That okay, now I'm done with all. I have did everything, done that, been there, did everything. Now it's totally disengagement and into the spiritual life. And the purpose of this whole one ashram dharma, that whether I become a Brahmana, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, Grasta, whatever, is to give pleasure to Krishna. Like it is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, 13th shloka. Atha kumbhir dvija seshta one ashram vibhagasha swanishthitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. O best among twice born, it is therefore concluded that the highest perfection one can achieve by discharging the duties prescribed by one's own occupation according to the caste division and the order of life is to please Supreme, the personality of Godhead. So whoever you are, in whichever situation you are in, if you are a brahmachari following the course of brahmachari life, if it is not increasing your love toward Krishna, then it is useless. In whatever situation you are, whether you are a very good grahastha, you took care of your family very nicely, but you cannot increase your love for Krishna, or you cannot educate your dependents to become devotees of Krishna, then again it is useless. Why it is useless? Because whatever you have achieved in this life will end by your death. Whether you will become Dr. Jagannath Bliss, but at the time of after your death, when you will take a next birth, will you again be a doctor?
No.
I will not do it.
Yes, you have to start from A, B, C, D. if you will be in France. Yes.
Human.
Even human, yes. Those who are devotees, definitely they'll get human, but we want to go back to spiritual world. So these are all temporary benefits, so to say, temporary things. So that's why it is mentioned here that one must do whatever he want to do, whatever occupation he decide for himself, and it is decided by you, not by somebody else. Whether you want to get married or not, whether you want to stay brahmachari or not, which kind of occupation you wanted to do, but the central goal is to increase love for Krishna through that. If it is not fulfilling, if it is not helping in that direction, then better leave it and change something, do something else, which can help you in that direction. So similar, one more shloka is there in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 5th chapter, 17th shloka. Tvatta swadharmam charnabhujam hare bhajan apakva athapate tato yadi yatra kwa va bhadram abhut abhusya kim ko vartha apto bhajatam swadharmata. One who has forsaken his material occupation to engage in the devotional service of the Lord may sometimes fall down while in an immature stage, yet there is no danger of being unsuccessful. One, on the other hand, a non-devotee, though fully engaged in occupational duties, does not gain anything. So here it is mentioned that even if performing your occupational duty, being a grasta, being a brahmachari, being a brahmana or kshatriya or whatever, if you fail also, if you commit mistakes also, but at the very same time you are engaged in devotional service, it is good. That to err is to human. Everybody make mistakes. So even if you make mistake, but if your goal is how to become Krishna conscious, then it is fine. Krishna will provide you all help. You will become perfect. But on the other hand, if you are just performing your occupational duty, just wanted to do your job and your family and everything, your own self, you want to take care of yourself, and you are not performing devotional service, then there is no use of it. At times I heard that in India that people say that just to take care of family is the biggest bhakti. So the argument is given that even animals, they take care of their families. So are they good devotees? They are not. So that's your duty, that if you have entered into married life, so you have to take care of your family, you have to provide for them. But devotional service is something else. That's a goal. You have been given all those facilities so that you can perform devotional service. Actually, there are human needs. There are some people who want companionship, who cannot live alone. So for them, it's better to get married. Live with your partner, have a family, and together perform devotional service. And there are some others who don't want companionship. They can live by their own. So better stay in brahmachari ashram. So it all depends upon their own inclination, which ashram they want to choose. Not somebody else can choose their ashram on their behalf. So is there anything else I would like to say? Yes, one more thing I would like to say is that especially in this age, as it is mentioned about brahmacharya, that so in that age, the mode of passion was not that much there. The atmosphere was conducive. So staying brahmachari was easy. Following brahmacharya was easy, and brahmacharya is not only meant to be followed by brahmachari. Even in grasta life also, it is not a license to enjoy. So there also, those who are in the grasta life also, they have to maintain brahmacharya. So if somebody like in the times of Mahabharata, when Bhishma Pitama, when he took this vow that lifelong I will stay brahmachari, so all the demigods, they become so jubilant, they showered flower on him. It was a big thing. And actually, any of you know what is the real name of Bhishma Pitama?
Devabrat.
Devavrata. His name was not Bhishma Pitama. Once he took this Bhishan Pratik, Bhishan means very fierce, with very, very fierce vow he took, then the demigods gave him this name, Bhishma. So in that time, Mahabharata, when somebody took this vow of brahmacharya for lifelong, demigods become so happy, and they gave him a new name and showered flowers on him from the Swargalokas. But now in today's world, there are so many brahmacharis, and it is not by their own. They're following the vrata of brahmacharya by their own strong will. It is by the mercy of acharyas and Prabhupada, because they wanted that there must be some brahmacharis, there must be some people in the renounced order. That's why brahmacharis or sannyasis today are able to follow their vows of brahmacharya, because acharyas wanted it. It's not by our own, those who are in brahmacharya ashram, by their own capability. Maya just need just a flick. One time, there is a very nice story. One time Narad Muni was also very puffed up that that Prabhu, your Maya cannot touch me. I am such a great devotee. Your Maya cannot touch me. So Lord understood that he's get little puffed up. So you heard this story of monkey. Narad Muni.
Yeah,
I forgot
the
the
face of monkey.
I forgot the full part of it.
So
Can you please repeat it? So Lord said, ask him, okay, could you please fetch a glass of water for me for the well? And when he came, Narad Muni went there, and Narad Muni was thinking, why Lord asked me to, bring a glass of water? I am such a great devotee. I am not meant for this thing. So anyway, I have to do it. So when he came back, there was a very beautiful Mataji over there. And Narad Muni was so mesmerized by seeing that Mataji. So, and I just
He forgot everything.
Yeah, he forgot chanting his rounds and everything.
He engaged, he had full life, like children, everything, and then I don't know.
No, there was something like he has a face of monkey also. Then he cursed the Lord also after that.
there are two types of story going on. One is like this, as you told. Then he entered into the water and living there with his wife and children. One still goes like this one. Another one goes, he told he wanted to get married. So he
went to Swayamvar.
Yes, he asked Lord Vishnu to give him a good face.
Yes. Thank you. He went to, yes, there's another story of that also. So in that, he decided, okay, now I'm a very good, handsome young man and I'm a great devotee, so why don't I get married? Maya cannot touch me. So he went to us Swayamvar, and before that he asked Lord Vishnu, could you please bless me with nice features, nice face. We cannot decide our own body, how we look like, how we can, makeup can help us a little bit, those surgeries and all, they can help us a little bit, but not much. So eventually he went to Lord Vishnu to help him, and Lord being very kind to him, just to remove his false ego, what he did, he gave him Lord Vishnu gave him the face of a monkey, and he was all puffed up. He went to that Swayamvar that, now girls are looking at me. And nobody was looking at him, not at all. And somehow Lord Vishnu also came to that Swayamvar, and the girl who was, for whom the Swayamvar was there, so he put the garland on the neck of Lord Vishnu, not Narad Muni. So he becomes so disheartened that, you made me monkey, you gave me the face of monkey. So he even cursed Lord Vishnu that, now you made me monkey, so time will come that you have to take help of monkeys to get your wife. So in the when Lord came as Lord Ram, he had to take the help of monkeys. So the idea is that don't be puffed up. In whichever ashram, whatever the level of austerity you can do, whatever level of tapasya you can do, whichever ashram you are in, if you are able to follow those rules and regulations, if you are able to follow those code of conduct, it is by the mercy of our acharyas, not by our own strength. Maya will take just a flick of a second to vanish us. So this is all from my side. No question.
What's
Comment.
what's the
Yes,
I have a question about brahmacharinis.
from Chinese. Sorry,
And,
not my area of influence.
and grihastha life.
Okay, what is your question?
How to choose?
Nice
You
question.
cannot just, as brahmacharini, you cannot just try to be in grihastha ashram and just
Yes, Mataji.
left.
Definitely, it's like those who are in Mataji's body, they must enter into Grastha ashram. They cannot just be brahmachari. At least there is no example so far in our movement. So it is expected that they better enter into Grastha ashram because they need companionship also. This is need of a woman form of life. So how to choose? The best is, Mataji, what I heard from my seniors or what I have seen is to go for a good devotee. He might not be rich also, he might not have other like in today's world, marriage life is more or less like a shopping. When you
Gambling.
sorry,
Gambling.
not gambling, but shopping. You go with your own list that if I'm going to choose, if I'm looking for my life partner, if I want to go to so he or she must be good looking, good money, talented, this, that, influential, he has. So at times we look for so much of these features, we forget that we have to marry a devotee. Married life means we are entering into a partnership, a team, so that together we can perform devotional service and go back to spiritual world. It's not for enjoying, so that he will be a rich guy, I can enjoy. He'll be so influential, I will be also famous. It won't be. It should not be like that. We must. The top priority should be that he must be a good devotee of the Lord, so that he can help me also in my devotion service also. But not on the one should not sacrifice that he is just a beggar and a good devotee. So other features are also required, other things are also required, but top priority should be given that he must be a sincere, serious devotee of the Lord. He might not be that much good looking, he might not be that much rich, or that things should be compromised with, but not on the level of devotional service. That he's not chanting his round, but he's good looking. What you will do with it? That beauty will vanish in some time. The influence, Krishna can take away the influence, the riches, everything, but the devotional service will stay always. So that's my thoughts on how to choose a life partner.
Thank you. And one more question
Mhm.
about attachment
With
in grihastha ashram.
when you enter Grastha you don't worry. There will be enough things to detach you. That's the beauty of Krishna. He even make you detach with your body also. Life will give. This is my experience so far. I also came from Indian background. We lived with our family the whole life. So I have seen that life will give you so many experiences, so many bad experiences, that you will get detached. If you are sincere, if you are really want to get detached, if you are intelligent enough, and life will give actually we are on our own, our husband, our wife, our children. One day or other they will they will make you realize that we are not your own. We have to leave you. So don't worry about that. That's Krishna's duty to detach you, to heat you up a little bit to get detached. Especially Grastha Ashram will give you good. Even in Brahmachari Ashram also, you already you are alone. So yes.
I can add one point in this regard. I heard one lecture from Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada told, don't try to think too much about the detachment. Rather try to get attached with Krishna.
Yes.
Krishna service as much as possible. Then automatically detachment comes. Prabhupada told, try to be positive. Try to get attached. Because
That's
it's very easy to get attached.
so just why Prabhuji is saying of this word attachment. When in Mayapur, anybody been to Mayapur? Okay, 3 people. So those who will go are those who have been there. So the first building which was built there was sorry, my office has started. So, the first building was built in the whole Mayapur. It was just rice paddy. It was just rice field, and the big building was there. And in those buildings there was no attached toilet. So when the Western devotees came, they said, "Prabhupada, there is no attached toilet. How can we live here?" Attached toilet means attached bathroom, like a toilet or a bathroom just next to your room. There was only common bathroom.
Outside.
You have to go outside in your gamshan and do your business there and come back. So they complained to Prabhupada, there is no attached bathroom, there is no attached toilet here. Prabhupada said, don't be attached to toilet, be attached to Krishna. Why attached to toilet? So attached to Krishna. Krishna will make you detached from everything else. Yes, you were saying something.
Yeah, my question is so senior devotee, it's expected from them to one of their services to correct.
Okay.
So my question is how do they do in a way that they don't get puffed up? What is their secret like?
Actually, it is two-way process. Most of the time, seniors will only correct those person whom they feel they are comfortable with. Whether the person is able to accept the correction or not, the feedback or not. So and I have seen in India also that if the person or the junior devotee is not ready to accept the feedback, they will just don't leave it to Krishna. Krishna will make some situation in his life that he will be corrected by himself. Because if they gave the feedback, so that person will get angry and eventually he may leave the association, or he may take some, it will spoil the relationship. To save the relationship, they generally don't give feedback, or only give feedback when they ask to, and that to depend upon the person who is accepting it. And how they can avoid getting puffed up, because everybody has their own senior also. There is a very very famous Srila Prabhupada disciple, Subhag Maharaj. He in one of his lectures he mentioned that only Pudi and Moody look good when puffed up. Pudi, Moody, Moody?
Muri puffed rice.
Puffed rice.
Okay.
You must have eaten puffed rice in Mayapur.
Yes.
So only Pudi and Moody look good when puffed up. So rest everybody, Krishna is there to pinprick. The material is there to pinprick, to remove their the air inside them. So, and especially when you like brahmachari also we also have our wife and husband, like those who are living with us. You can be respected elsewhere, but those people you live with, they're always ready to remove your false ego, to polish your false ego. So like it happens, like you may be respected outside. Oh, he's such a nice devotee, he's such a great devotee, he's such a great devotee. But in the home,
She didn't puffed up.
so in the home, the husband or the wife is always there, who knows you from inside and outside. for outside you may be a very senior devotee, you know, I'm such a great person, you know, I chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And when you are in home, you know, your wife or your husband, you know what you do really, how you chant your rounds. And similarly for brahmacharis also, you know, in front of the other people, in front of people who just came to temple for a few hours. It could be, you know, such an I have my pressed kurta and everything. I'm such a pakka perfect brahmachari. But those people who you live with, you know, at what time you wake up, at what time you sleep, and what you eat in. So that's why, you know, Krishna has this system of material world to take out the air from those who are puffed up. So don't worry about them. Just worry about yourself. How I can become, you know, sincere and ready to accept the feedback. There Krishna will take care of them, or their seniors will take care of them. I hope I gave a satisfactory answer. Hare Krishna. So anybody doesn't have any other question? Now we are good to go. Jai Guru Sharupad ki,
Jai.
Brahmacharya Ashram ki, Grahastha Ashram ki. Did I go from there?
Jai.